Hey everyone, Samantha here. In today's video, I'm participating in the very first Try DIY challenge that DIY Danny and her Patreon community has created. Now, I said lots of words there that you might not know, so let me break it down for you. DIY Danny is a content creator here on YouTube, Danny Burger. She does all things home, decor, interior designy, challenges, woodworking, like really so much she does, and I absolutely love her content. I watch her each and every week. So when she announced that she was starting a Patreon for people to support her and the work that she's doing to, you know, help create bigger and better things, I was like, yes, of course I will go and support her on Patreon, support other people on Patreon. So it just makes sense to, you know, support her as well. And a few weeks after I joined the Patreon community, Danny put out a video where she did like a DIY challenge where a friend sent her all these types of materials and they basically have parameters for them to create like some DIY. I'll leave a link up to that video here if you'd like to go check it out. But after that video came out, one of the Patreons said, hey, wouldn't it be cool if like us as a community did some type of competition like this? And Danny, being as amazing as she is, was like, heck yes, let's go ahead, do it. So she ended up making these criterias for this first ever Try DIY challenge. So that's the origin of this whole entire challenge. If you want to take part, links down in the description below, but without further ado, let's jump in to the materials and objects that we need to use in today's challenge. So for the materials needed for this DIY challenge, she gave us a wooden spoon, picture frame, and pipe cleaners. So here are all the materials that we need to include within our DIY. We can add more materials than this in the actual thing that we create, but the things that everybody needs to have within their DIY are these 3 items here. Now, you see I bought more pipe cleaners and I actually have a whole nother pack here as well. But yeah, these are all of the household items. Now let's look at the materials that we need to include. So for the materials that we needed to include, it needed to be crayons, acrylic paints, and wall putty / spackle. Here are all the materials that we will need to include. The crayons and the acrylics, very, very comfortable with using. The wall putty / spackle, on the other hand, I just don't know how to use this. I've never used it in my house before, let alone on a piece of artwork or DIY stuff. So I'm a little nervous to use this. So now that you know all of the household items that we need to use, as well as the materials that we are needing to incorporate, it's time for me to sketch out my idea. Right, so I'm thinking about getting into the Christmas spirit. And I know it's November when I'm making this video, and it seems like Christmas stuff comes out earlier and earlier and earlier every single year. But I think it will be nice to have a little bit of Christmas spirit, just a little bit, before Thanksgiving. So here's what my idea is. Thinking about having the picture frame box, because of like how it looks like when you're just like holding it like that, I thought it would be a nice little stand, which kind of looks something like that. Now with the wooden spoon, I thought, okay, well, if we're making, like I said, something related to Christmas, we need a little spine. So the pipe cleaners, as you can see, I got them green. Why am I doing this with pencil? I have crayons right here. Wooden spoon. And you can see the brown here is a much darker brown. So we're gonna use our acrylic paints to paint them. And then for our actual pipe cleaners, we can wrap them around and they'll just like jut out, right? Right, okay. I think what will really help this spoon stay into the base is if we spackle this into the base. So it's gonna harden. It's gonna have like a nice little spackly area there. Now for the crayon portion of this, I've always wanted to try like the crayon waxing, like melting the crayons onto something, like those kind of artworks and stuff. So I'm gonna try to like do some type of like melted wax crayon thing on the bottom here, and maybe in Christmas colors, maybe colors to match some of the blues and the whites that we have. So yeah, I think that's everything. Is it a little simple? Yes, but you know what? I think we can make it. I think we can pull it off, and it will look nice as a nice little like centerpiece that we can maybe put on the mantle or maybe on the coffee table. Either way, I'm excited. So let's jump in and start making this DIY. Okay, so I'm starting first with the wooden spoon. So getting all of the tags off of it to start. Lovely, lovely. As I pulled them off, I forgot to mention that I like having things that can be functional as well as look cute. So because these have like pointed tips at the end, I was thinking that maybe I could make the top of the tree like a little picture holding thing. So I'm gonna have one that could be a picture holder and maybe one that couldn't, and I'll just see whether or not I can pull it off. But what we need to do is really get it to a length that we want. I have a little saw here. I'm just going to saw off the end of the wooden spoon. You know, I didn't have to use the whole wooden spoon. I could just use like the handle of the wooden spoon. And I feel like that is a really good thing, because at least I'm using it. Ooh, I feel like it. I feel like, yes! Yes, I did it! There we go. Part 1. Done. Let me just, you know, do this other one real fast. Very good, very good. Now that we have our spoons decapitated, I think I will try to put a little indent in this one. So, yeah, this is gonna be hard. Do not advise, do not advise. Okay, here's a little Christmas card. It could be a Christmas card holder too. I mean, look at that. I think I need it to have it bigger if I'm gonna try to get it to stand. One Christmas card / picture holder done. So while I waited for the sticks to dry with the acrylics, I went ahead and looked at my phone to figure out how to do wax crayon art, watched a couple of videos, and then once that was done, I went ahead and made this base out of aluminum foil for our tree to kind of sit in as we kind of play around with the next bits, which is going to be the pipe cleaners. All of these good things. And I guess just start wrapping them around the tree and then maybe give the tree like a haircut. I'm thinking that's going to be the best way to approach this. So I guess let's just go ahead and give it a try. So I'm thinking that will just be as simple as just kind of like twirling it around like that. Maybe like twice with a couple of them on there. That took a while. Not by magic. I think I'm gonna leave it here for today because I don't know if it's all gonna fit onto our little stick here. I'm sure it will. Like, I've kind of sectioned them out. I have like some smaller ones over here, medium size, and then the long ones, but that's only 3 sections and I don't know if it's gonna like fill out the tree enough. I'm tempted to go ahead and off camera do the same thing with these ones here. So I'll go ahead and tackle this off camera and come back tomorrow to try to figure out how to put this onto the tree. So see you tomorrow.
I play with fuzz stick.
Do you like those pipe cleaners there, Edward?
Yes.
Alrighty, so we're back. I have now in front of me somewhat of a better idea of how to go about actually doing this project. So as you can see here, I have one solid green row of little pipe cleaners and then one with a blue and green aesthetic. I kind of have made it like a little bit of a snowflake. So like basically what I did is one pipe cleaner to start it off. It has a ring around it, and then I just looped all the other pipe cleaners around that to create like this little snowflake of a tree branch. But I think that will work to actually have like a little bit more of a fuller tree. It's thicker. It actually looks more like a tree, I think. I've laid it all out here. This being the first row of like green and blue. And then we'll have a second row, third, fourth, and then top. I think we'll have enough to get it done. Here's hoping. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started just making the other rows like I made them yesterday. All right, so here is our tree with all of its lovely little sections on. It's very, very like floofy. Floof everywhere. Ooh. I'm gonna stop playing with the pipe cleaners just for a little bit because I'm starting to get tired of looking at them, and I'm gonna focus on something else that I have no idea how to do, which is gonna be the base. So let's just set that down over here. So yes, our base. Let's just get all of this ugly stuff out. See, fluff. Yes, so we are spackling the base. Don't really know what I'm gonna need for this. What does this say? Apply filler in layers no more than 6 millimeters thick, allowing each layer to dry before applying the next. So that's gonna be a lot. Maybe I need that foil back. Where'd that foil go? I need to fill this base. It says etc. Wood, stone, etc. Does foil count as etc? Don't know. Maybe I should do air dry clay in the bottom and then do the fill. Yeah, we're gonna do clay on the bottom, which is not intend to get all clayey today, but here we go. This is what the project calls for, so this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, this needs to dry. Just gonna dry over there. You know the DIY is coming along when you're all messy. You, I wanted to use you. You have to wait. You gotta wait. You'll just wait over here. You, on the other hand, crayons. Hello. It's nice to see you, crayons. We're going to color the base because I'm impatient and I don't want to wait for things to dry. So, crayons, hair dryer. I watched videos on this yesterday, so I feel like I know what I'm doing. I have a little boat that we can melt crayons in. So let's see what colors we have here. Okay, like I said, more of a mess means we're doing well. We're doing well. Okay, those are lovely colors. Greens, 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 greens. Gray, maybe a gray would look nice. This is a nice-ish blue. All right. So here's my idea. I'm thinking I can melt the crayons down into here and then I'll paint the base with the waxy crayons. This might not work at all, but we're gonna try. Here we go. That did not work. Failed miserably to get a better result. All right, that is more secure. Doing this again. Just looks like gunk. We're just gonna color. We're just gonna color the base. Get rid of all this fancy stuff and just color it. And that's what we're gonna do. So I have 3 little test sheets here. I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 off to the side. Let's just focus on the 1 for the moment. You know, if anything, this could just sit on top of our clay area. This looks interesting. Look at that. Oh yeah. It smells. It smells. We're gonna get some good snowy effects out of this, I think. All right. Let's see. Oh, it does look like snow. Well, I can't wait to see how this dries. Lovely. Look at that. That looks snowy. I have 2 other attempts. I'll probably do like one that's thinner. Okay, that's my really thin looking snow, so that will probably dry way faster than the other one. And then for the last one, you know, why not? Just go all out. We have 3 perfectly lovely snowy base options here. I don't think that was that bad. I was actually kind of dreading that a little bit more than what it was. So I guess now once they're dry, I think we have all the pieces to actually put this thing together. So let's just do a quick little montage for that, shall we? I really had a blast making and decorating this tree, and I actually had some time left over, so I took the extra wooden spoon and started just playing around with it, and then decided I should probably record this. So here I am. So I decided to just continue kind of what I was doing with just small bits, popping out here and there, gluing things together haphazardly. And yeah, I just really kind of liked how it was looking, so I added a couple more colors. And bada bing, bada boom, let me show you the final shots. And here it is, the final creation for our Try DIY challenge. I did go a bit more craftier on this than what probably other people will within the challenge, but I love how it turned out. Here's my little secondary guy. I ended up putting eyeballs on him because, you know, why not? Give him a little bit of personality. So got him, switch him out if I, you know, feel like having a Christmas tree with eyes and just a card holder Christmas tree. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much to DIY Danny and to the creative Patreon community. I can't wait to post this into the group chat that we have for the Patreons and tell them how I created this all and show them this video. I think it will be really fun to see everybody's creations and reactions. If you would like to participate, you can! This challenge is running until November 15th over on DIY Danny's Patreon, so go ahead, links down in the description below for you to join that community, and I hope to see you over there and see what you create with all of these objects and materials. So that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so very much for watching. Do all those things on YouTube that I know you know how to do in 2021. And remember, the door is always open to imagination and creativity. I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Oh, I hit the little tree guy. Oh, so sorry, Mr. Tree Guy. Tree guy, tree guy.